Hey, and welcome to the world of Sable. A very interesting world, a very non-combative world. See, we're looking at the wind tower right up here, and the wind tower is something that we just unstuck. That was something we had to climb and take care of. But this is Sable, a desert wasteland. And we look like we're straight out of Mad Max, but it's fitting because we have this sweet bike that we can ride around. Check this out. Woo, we just got done building this, actually. Sable is as I mentioned, a non-combative exploration game. Think Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild without combat. That's sort of what we got here. You're climbing with stamina, with a stamina gauge. You're completely discovering and exploring new things on your own. The game barely directs you as to where to go. And actually that, I feel like, is part of what makes this game a lot of fun. You're just discovering everything on your own and figuring out where you have to go. It's quite good. I'm actually playing this on Game Pass on Xbox Series X. It's free on release on Game Pass. I believe it's on PC as well if you want to play it there, which I need to look into to see if this game is a Play Anywhere title, if it'll save my progress so I can move over to PC, because I may be moving over to PC. Reason being is this game is Xbox Series X enabled. That means it is running at a 60 frames, per second limit here, but I don't know if you guys can see it in the video too often, but there is quite a bit of hitching, especially when I'm moving the camera. There's a lot of texture pop-in, that kind of thing. And it gets to be a little annoying because I know the game just came out. They're probably, still working out some bugs and kinks and that kind of thing. But it is kind of annoying when I'm just like trying to look over and it like kind of hitches over and the rest of the game runs at a pure 60 FPS. So it's just a little annoying. The thing that you are not seeing in this game right now, though, is the fact that it is right now dusk or nighttime, and we're waiting for daytime, because daytime is when this game really pops. You might be looking at this art style right now thinking like, what the hell? Like, it's all it's all like, dreary and drab. But man, when the sun comes out and you are flying across the land on your bike, and you can see all the colors of everything, it is a beautiful game, which begs the question to me. I don't understand why they put in a day-night cycle when I feel like nighttime mutes the colors so much that it actually does a detriment to the game. We can see that the sun is making its way out now, though. We can see that daytime is coming, so we'll see what happens when that happens. Like, you'll see the color change, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. This thing we have not gone up yet, so we're going to go check this out. Let's jump off our bike. So at any point with Sable, which is the main character's name as well as the game's name, you can run, you can hold B. That is your stamina meter right there. You'll also notice that the animation in this is a bit stilted. You'll notice it's got sort of this like 70s anime style, kind of movement to it, which is kind of jarring because you'll notice that the cape actually has like a more real like time movement to it, but her arms and legs move at a very juddery kind of animated style. It's an interesting style. I don't dislike it, but it takes a little getting used to when you go from a game that's like pure 60, everything runs really smooth, to this game where everything's kind of I don't know how you want to put it, kind of jaunty, I guess is the way I would put it. We're going to climb up here because we have one of these little guys to collect. I don't know what these guys do yet, but they're a chum egg. You find one and then it turns into this weird egg thing, and then you collect it. I don't know why, I don't know what the hell it is or what it's doing, but that's what it is. At any point, if you so choose to, your character can climb, just like Link in Breath of the Wild, and you can see your gauge does go down as you're climbing. So that's the game right there. You are climbing, discovering things, running, and yeah, that, like I said, that is Sable. That is the game. The game is, as I mentioned, though, it is open world like Zelda. So if, oh yeah, by the way, you can do that. If you are looking for a huge game with lots of like stuff to discover and collect and everything, I think you're gonna, oh, here comes the sun. We're gonna get that color change. Here it comes. Look how much more gorgeous the game looks. Especially once we get her up in the sun. Look at that. Look how much nicer the game looks during the day. Why even have a nighttime option? Like, is there something in the options I could turn on that just makes it day all the time? Because I don't see the point in having nighttime. Like, just make it a perpetual day game. It's too beautiful for it to not. So at any point, you could pause. You could check out your clothing. I guess there are, as you can see, looks like there's 5 masks, if I had to guess, to collect. I actually just collected this new top, the machinist top. So you can collect different outfits. Before I left the town, I actually got this one I'm currently wearing, the glider top, the glider trousers, and this mask here. All of the things that I have here that she is wearing are from the clan that she was a part of. So the story basically is like once you reach a certain age, you gather parts, you create this bike, and then you go out and you discover yourself. And that's currently what we're doing right now. You can see here's the chum egg and the red dye that we got here. It's actually to change the color of your bike, which I haven't gotten the chance to use just yet. At any point, you can also look at your quests here. So you can see that we are in the middle of meeting somebody called Utari. They're machinists at the Burnt Oak Station. We haven't found the Burnt Oak Station yet. It's also saying that you should collect more masks as part of your gliding. So the gliding is basically her quest to find herself. They say, oh, when you go out on your gliding, this is what you're going to do. And then, of course, here is the map. Okay, so that's the wind tower. That's something we've already discovered. That's the Ibex camp. That's where we originally started the game. But you can see this is going to be a relatively large game. There's a lot to it, you know. It's not quite as big as Zelda, but it is big. So I wanted to show off to you, this is the one power that you get. If you are falling, or if you just want to glide over to another ledge, you can, instead of double jumping, hit A again and you'll glide down in this little bubble, which is kind of fun to do. And of course, at any point, if you so choose, let's actually get back. Oop. There we go. Let's get to the top of this dune here. See what else we could find. Okay, so there is a thing up there, right? So at any point, you can actually hit this. Oh, there we go. Let me exit that. Okay, so if at any point you can hit the left trigger, it'll show you like where stuff is on the map. So for example, if someone does give you a quest and they have a specific place that you have found, tells you where to go, it'll give you an arrow on which way to go there, which is kind of nice. But at any point here, you can also hit the right bumper, and you have this little arrow thing, and you can mark things. So at any point right now, we can hit place marker there, back out, and if we look here, we can see, oh, there's our marker. So we can head over to that thing there. We might head over to that balloon that's up there first, though. Maybe. This game I found to be a very distracting game. It's a game that's like, when you're on a quest, you will be heading out to go do your quest, and it's really annoying because you'll be like, okay, I want to finish my quest, but you'll see something else you'll want to do. It's happened to me several times, and I've only played this game a couple times, 2 sittings. The game actually has like a very long late title card type of situation. Like, you play through the whole beginning of the game, which is kind of a long tutorial to show you like how the bike works, to show you how to find stuff and everything like that. It's actually quite a good tutorial for a game because it doesn't guide your hand too much. But then as soon as you get into this area, right before we got to the big wind place, oh geez, we fell. We're gonna have to redo that. That's when the title card shows up and says Sable. I was like, wow, that is a late title card. Okay, so at this point now we can see the balloon. So this is when we want to actually move this thing. Oh, I bet over there is actually where we want to go. Now, the only thing that I find a little annoying in this game is that you can only place one marker at a time. With a game this big, I would really like to be able to, you know, place a few markers. 3, 4 markers would be nice. There's just so much to find, you know, right? So, there we go. We can put that one there, because we're already at the place where we set the other marker. We don't need it. But I don't know if we're going to be able to get up there, so here's where the gliding comes in handy. Now, it's interesting because even though you have a stamina bar, your gliding does not count towards that. So you can glide as much as you want. But I'm not sure that we can get to this thing yet. Are we going to get like a bigger jump at some point or something? I don't know. Maybe we could jump up on top of this. Oh, here we go. See, this is why you got to explore. There is something to collect in there. I think it's another one of those like little chum egg dudes. Yeah, there's got to be a way to update your, or upgrade your stamina or something. Yeah, we got another one of these guys. Still don't know what they do. Still not sure what they do. No idea. Very weird, though. Very sci-fi, that's for damn sure. Alright, we'll glide down. I don't think there's anything else we could do in here. We really gotta just scale and get up. Oh, there's another chum egg dude. Oh, maybe we gotta... Okay, so there's a little cavern over here. See, this is how this game works. You just gotta keep looking around. I'm not sure if they've already given me every ability that I need to get things or not. That's the hard part in this game, is that I don't know. It's quite possible that, you know, they're going to give us a double jump at some point, right? Who could say? I don't know. It's quite possible that they're going to give us infinite stamina at some point. I don't know. But just in case, I'm going to try to get everything I can with the current abilities I have. Come on, Sable, climb up. Climb up. The game is a little janky at times when you're climbing. There's definitely situations where she will kind of like hit a ledge and keep like acting like she's trying to climb up it, but she can't quite climb. It's kind of annoying, to be quite honest. Hey, there's a chest there. We'll get that in a second after we get this other chum egg, which we don't know what they do. But yeah, the climbing at times feels a bit janky. In this game, in general, obviously it's an indie game, so it's going to have some of those things going on, right? You know, it's made by obviously a very talented team, but I don't know that this team has released anything before. I didn't catch who developed it, actually. Let's open the chest. Sandy die, so we got another die for our bike. Cool. That's all that was up here, unfortunately. But we got a few more eggs. Hopefully those eggs will come in handy here. I love that you can like fall that long and then put the glide on and you're good to go. Now at any point too, if you're far away from your bike, you can hit Y and that will call your bike over. Just like your trusty horse or steed. And it should come to us. There it is. Look, it's jutting around over there. It's almost like it didn't know where I was. Or maybe it was just taking longer. I'm not sure. That was weird though. All right. But yeah, that's basically what this game is. It's just exploring this really interesting land. This really interesting, weird wasteland. This desert, you know? What is out here? I don't know. But the world is obviously, it's obviously got some magical properties to it. I like this sort of like Mad Max approach to it. It is very much created by an indie studio for sure, because there's a scene where I was climbing the Wind Temple, and I had just entered this new land, and this like song started that was super like trip hoppy and everything like that. And while I was listening to it, I was like, this is not a bad song, but it is like such a like indie game thing to do, to be like, here, I'm gonna put this like, you know, this trip hop song on here with this girl singing and everything like that. You know what I mean? It kind of made me laugh a little bit, because I was like, this is very much expected, you know, because the game even has characters that are, you know, trying to play into different gender roles and stuff like that, which I think is great. Don't get me wrong. I have absolutely nothing against that whatsoever. I think it's a good thing. Definitely diversity and inclusiveness is always a good thing. But it just kind of made me laugh a little bit, where I'm like, you know, in this like really harsh desert landscape, you know, we're caring about these types of things, and having this like very gentle indie song that's playing in the background, which to me, I was like, you know, like I said, growing up with like Mad Max style stuff, that's what I think of. I think of like metal music, you know, like rock music. So for them to play that, I was kind of like, huh, okay, that's kind of interesting choice, you know. Yeah, just to digress a bit though about the gender thing, they had a character that was referring to themselves as they, you know, and I thought that was kind of cool that they kind of just threw it in there, and they didn't like bring a lot of attention to it. It's nice to see that they're just including characters like that and not making it like a huge deal. That's kind of cool. I greet the cartographer shyly, a little cowed by how alone we are. Oh, got an achievement, the Gift of Gab. That is for talking to 15 different NPCs. Okay. So this guy has given me a map already. So it looks like in every region there is going to be a map that we need to collect. So this guy is going to basically ask me for money. I don't know if I'm going to have enough. Can I buy a map? Here's what I have. Oh yeah, I got plenty. Let's buy these maps up. Goodbye to that guy. Okay, good. I'm glad I got those. So now we go to the map. Hey, there we go. Look at that. We can see things now. So we can see our placement. What is this? Some kind of grayed out thing there. All right, so those are things to check out, I suppose. Okay, so we want to head out to... Our place marker is this way. Yeah, let's head out that way. We're gonna glide out a bit here. Fall! Ah! That said about the music thing, we were talking about the indie music, it being like very apropos for an indie team or an indie game that's coming out nowadays to do that kind of thing, you know, because it's kind of overdone, overplayed, right? But the sound design and the music in this game is actually really good. They definitely, you could tell the inspiration for Breath of the Wild is definitely on its sleeve. Where the hell is my bike? Why are you not coming to me? Now, the other thing is if your bike is not coming to you, you can see it on your map. It's just that little icon there with a... Is it a mushroom or something? You can see it's moving. There it is. It's finally here. I guess it's moving in real time. I thought it would be like, you know, Zelda, where the horse just shows up out of nowhere, out of thin air, right? But the influence from Breath of the Wild is definitely on its sleeve. In a lot of ways, you know, with the exploration, with the chimes and everything, Breath of the Wild used a lot of like chimes and sound to kind of like let the player know that things were happening, which I really, really liked. And this game is kind of borrowing a lot of that stuff, which is cool. The idea that there's no combat is also an interesting choice. I don't think it's bad. Combat systems can be really hard to implement into games, to be honest. And I'm not sure what the teams, you know, what their whole vision was when they were creating this, but, you know, they probably were just thinking like, oh, it would be really cool if we had an exploration game that like more people could play if they were bad at combat or something like that. I don't know. I don't even know if that's why, but let's talk to this guy. There's a challenge not to view scrappers through quite a romantic lens. So there's a lot of this talk. Sable does a lot of like pontificating, like a lot of like, almost like she's writing a diary or a journal as we're going through here. And a lot of times the dialogue is pretty well written too. You get a sense that like a lot of these people are actual characters, that they're people, and her, you know, the things that she adds in, like right here, like I give a bow and introduce myself as Sable. The things that she thinks about and says here actually add to the narrative and the storytelling, because there were characters in the first camp that you learn about that she's known for a very long time, but you wouldn't have known that had she not said things like, you know, oh, she's been like that to me since I was a child, and you're like, oh, okay, so she's known this woman for a long time. So I think that that's pretty cool that they added that stuff in there to give you the story. Now, of course, if you want to do the thing where you're just like, boom, 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 blast through all the dialogue just to get to the, you know, hey, let me get to the quest, let me turn this thing in, you can do that. You know, you don't have to read it. But I will say, you know, give it a chance because I think you'll enjoy it. You find much scrap metal out there, Sable? All the time. Good, good. Leans back, looks at the ceiling thoughtfully. Got a task for you then, if you're up for it. The hesitation in my voice is a product of a gentle intimidation, but I stand up straight and casual enough to seem like I'm up for anything. Alton seems to believe it enough. Okay, so we're getting a quest to collect scrap, it looks like. Shouldn't say it like that. Gliding's odd, huh? You have nothing to do, you have everything to do. Wonder if anyone's ever spent their gliding just lying around. Let's see. Anyhow, the task, let's see if you can understand this one. It's a bit complex. Go out, find scrap, bring it to me. Yeah, that is tough. So looks like we're gonna find scrap, bring it to this guy. I'm not sure what for. Maybe he'll just give us entrance into this place. We shall see. That is that for that guy right now. There's our bike. Can we not... I guess we can't get into that place yet, or can we? I guess we'll go around and see. But yeah, any of the things I'm saying about like indie game stuff, guys, I don't want you to take that the wrong way. I definitely like this game quite a bit. I think the team did a really good job. You can tell a lot of TLC went into this. And with any game, you know, you're gonna have your likes and dislikes and whatnot. That looked like I kicked a rock into the sand or something. Here we go, Burnt Oak Station. We made it. This is what I was looking to, hopefully, for us to get a quest done here while we were playing. Okay, so we gotta go talk to... Oh, was that the guy? No, it wasn't. Some guy on a bug. We'll talk to him after that. Or after the fact, I should say. Of course the guy would be in the cool hut up here. Yeah, I'm actually a really big fan of indie games. I like a lot of different indie games that I think a lot of people do not like. I leave the Mask Caster. Is this who we had to talk to? No. Perhaps in this hut? What up? Always nice to meet a fellow adventurer, especially now. How are you faring so far? Say that like it's a bad thing. She said she feels small in a big world. Says it all. I think the balled up fabric, smoothed out rock. It's possible I'm romanticizing a little. So I'm getting ready to leave on my second gliding. There's a second gliding. Wow. She reads the confusion in my silence. Did no one tell me of the second gliding? I suppose it isn't a real second gliding, but it's how I'm thinking about it. A chance to see the world again, how it's changed. Okay, that's kind of cool. Strange condolences, but tomorrow marks the first time in decades that I'll wake up in the morning and have absolutely no idea what lies ahead, and I've never been more excited. Yeah, I guess that would be pretty fun. Heading to the Badlands, I think. Want to see the Bridge of the Betrayed. Sounds interesting. Maybe I'll see you up there. Okay. So it looks like that did give us a quest, so... Okay, so cool. We're getting more quests. Great. Okay, so we gotta... Alright, we need to find this person. It looks like we got some kind of mail, maybe? Hello, Sable, unread messages. Nope, 0. Every now and then you're going to get little messages in there that you can read. So far, I've only gotten 1. So maybe, I mean, you'll get message. The machinist looks me over. So this is the person we had to talk to. You're late. What? For our meeting one another. You ought to have come here sooner. Ask the machinist how they know me. Everybody knows Sable. I do not know you, not yet. Perplexed, I wait for them to explain themselves, but they seem to wait for the same. Briefly, I feel a hint of shame as I remember times I have been late among the Ibexy things I have slipped up in doing. But I dismiss my doubts as I recall. No idea who the strange machinist is. I asked them, my name is Utari. Not like Atari, right? Immediate relevance to you. Relevance. Friend of Saizo. Okay, so Saizo is like a huge guard back at the original camp that actually was helping us get sent out on our way here. Oh, and her bike has a name too. It's Simoon, which I don't know what that means or whatever, but her trip here, her gliding is going to help her decide what that means, I guess. So, did Saizo teach you so little? The voices of our machines are eternal. Now let us speak of why you have come. Something has stopped the wind tower working, and I've already explained I fixed it. You already fixed it? Yeah, I did. I did it without needing anyone to send me there. Right back on my heels to say yes. Well, why didn't you say so? You're not late at all, are you? You're perfectly on time and owe you an apology. I hope you accept it. Before I could tell them whether I do or don't, they roll right over me. I insist that you accept this. Hey, we got a badge. May have been late in coming, but here you are meant to be. Give you this badge not only in recognition of where you have been, what you have done, but in honor of many possibilities, that you may, if you so choose, become one of us, so speak the unheard language of Simone and her vast connections. The badge is but one. You need to earn more. But if and when you do, the caster will know that you have chosen. You may wear the mask of the machinist. Thank you, Tari, for it, and tell them I have much to consider. But for just a moment, I hear the faintest ringing in my left ear, distant to listen. Okay, does that mean we can go and throw it to your bucket later, dude? Does that mean we can go talk to her and get a mask for having this badge? Is that how that works? So I need to have at least 3 badges, I guess, to do something there. And we are currently at... where are our badges? Here we go. We have 2. So we need to get another one. Though we have a cartographer's badge. So I do have... so you need 3 of one thing. I see. Okay, so we need to buy more cartographer ones. And the badges are going to help us get masks, I guess? That's kind of cool. Alright, let's see if we can get something out of here. Now, normally I would go and talk to all these people and see if I can get quests, but I'd like us to go and explore like one more thing here before we call it. I know this is already a long video at a half hour, but guys, you're sticking with me, right? You're sticking with me. If you're not sticking with me, just know that I like a lot about this game. I like the progressive nature of it. That is to say, with the story and characters, and of course with the game itself. I like how you progress through it. It's kind of fun. I think we're gonna actually add a marker here. Oh, this is... you can actually see the item. I feel like it's a lot easier to add a marker. So if we're looking here... oh, can you place multiple markers? Because I have 2 markers now, right? Yeah, because there's one here, so I can remove that one. Okay, and so now I have that one there. Interesting. Okay, so you can, they just didn't colorize them. Okay, they should really do an update where they colorize those markers. Do a red, a blue, a yellow, and a green one or something like that. I feel like that would be pretty helpful. But yeah, I like the progressive nature of this game. I like that it's a wasteland that has all kinds of different types of people. I think that's pretty fun. I also like that it's a... still, they don't shy away from letting you know that this is a harsh life, you know. People live in a desert and it's tough. I also like that there's hover bikes that they use over the sand. I think that that's super cool. I love the exploration in the game. It's interesting because the game is like... oh wait, here's one of these rings. There were a couple of these rings. Looks like there's a... okay, we're gonna try to find the whole circle of them. There's one here. We went through one of these in the first area, but there was only one. This one, it looks like there's a few. So there's one. Yeah, I like a lot about this game. Music, sound. The game itself is just fun to play, at least for me. I know for a lot of people, the no combat thing might be a turn-off, but for me, I'm not, you know... it's not a problem for me. I like it. Oh, we just did a thing. Woo! That seems like it was a good thing, right? Yeah, we just lifted up those stairs. Or not lifted. We didn't lift up any stairs, but we brought up those stairs. Hey, we got another achievement. Thread the needle. That was for reveal a Icaric Arc Monument? Is that how you say that? But this is what I'm talking about, guys. This is why I like this game. I love all the little secrets and little things that you can uncover and find. Super cool. What did we find? A ring artifact? Scrap metal. I wonder what the ring-shaped artifact is for. Okay, so that's just something we need to figure out. So that was added to our quest. And of course, you know, like most games, guys, this game is best played without a guide. Don't play with a guide. Just enjoy the game. Get into it. Check everything out. You know, see how much you can find on your own. Like if you feel like you need a guide by the time you finish the game and you haven't 100%ed it, maybe then you can use a guide. But the way I'm feeling with this game, though, is like I kind of want to just discover everything on my own, like I did with Breath of the Wild. I remember Breath of the Wild, the only time that I actually looked up a guide for it was when I was in that stupid stealth section of the game. Worst part of the game. Almost ruined the rest of the game for me. Because that section was just, like, not fun. I'm already not a fan of stealth, so when they, you know, create a part in the game that is just, like, kind of half-baked, you know? I was not happy with that. Alright, we are in a weird place here, aren't we? But yeah, that's the best way to play this game. Just enjoy it. Just play, you know? Alright, so there is a thing to put in here. So we gotta find that. We're gonna do this puzzle, guys, and then we'll call it here. But if you're sticking with me checking out this interesting game, I do appreciate it. Did find a thing there. So what is this? Hey, it's scrap metal. I'll take it. So like I said, though, you guys might be seeing some of the hitching that I was talking about just in this little area here. For me personally, I find it to be quite annoying. Like I said, I know the game just came out. They're probably working out some kinks and stuff, but I still find it to be like, ugh, very annoying. All right, let's go get this in place. That's gonna power the door. This takes us where? Just back outside, I guess? Okay, so that was just a door we couldn't open before, so that was kind of just a shortcut, I guess. Oh, okay, so we got like a whole thing going on in here. See, doesn't this feel like a room where they would have put combat in? This feels like a room where you would have jumped in and like had to beat up a bunch of dudes before you could solve the puzzle. Not in Sable. Sable is not that game. I will say on another note though, outside of like what we're talking about here with Sable, that man, Game Pass has been killing it lately with the games they've been adding. I swear, there's a stack of games that they've added just this past month where I'm just like, I want to play all of these and I do not have the time. I have a bunch of like, you know, quarter through, half-finished games that I really want to play in addition to like all the other, you know, responsibilities that I have to do around the house here. So it's just like, it's crazy, man. There's so much to play. I don't know how Microsoft's going to be able to keep it up. I got to be honest with you. Oh, we're going to get some scrap. Boom. And there is a door over there, so we might have to go check that out. Yeah, because we can't open that yet. So let's head over this way. Okay, so that's where we came in. Climb. Why was she climbing? What's up with that? Nor does she grab right on and climb. Alright, maybe we can climb this instead of having run all the way back up. So we'll find out in a moment. Climb. Well, I'm still on it. It was kind of janky, but it worked out. Okay, I think I know what we gotta do here. We just gotta ride the fin over to the door on the other side. There we go. Game is also part 3D platformer, which is another reason why I like it. I've said it on this channel a lot. Platforming games are my favorites. 3D platformers, I'm glad they're sort of kind of making a comeback with a lot of these indie release games. And bigger games. You know, Psychonauts 2 just came out recently, which is also phenomenal. Still can't believe that game is not getting more praise than it has. It's really well done. Really well put together. Alright, so we extended that bridge there. So the thing that we need is up there. Oh, I see. So we gotta ride the fins over again. Okay. Everything revolves around the fins, my friends. Everything. Or I guess we could take this and go put it in the door. So you jump up here. Grab the ledge, there we go. The ledges are what Sable seems to have problems with. I'm gonna go explore over here real quick, because there is something. Whew. Oh my god, I apologize, guys. Whew. I had a sneeze I had to get out. Wow, that one snuck up on me. Okay, so what is this thing? Cuts. A cache of 100 cuts made from metal harvested from crashed ships. They have holes punched through the middle where a rope can be slid through for easy and convenient transportation. Okay, that's the first time I've gotten one of those. No idea what that is. Glide back down here. Alright. I'm gonna wait for these fins. Okay. Let's go put the battery thing over in this thing and see what happens. Oh, we just did a thing. The Dunboyne? Open the door in the Dunboyne. That's how you say it, but it's fun to say it that way. Alright, so we got an achievement. We did that stuff, but what do we gotta do next? Just talk to this thing? I encounter a strange, luminous figure. It greets me before I even have a chance to be frightened. New user found. Hello, please enter your new username. I find myself whispering my own name. It suddenly feels odd in my mouth. Like it's the first time I said it aloud. Welcome, Sable. I've set up a new account for you. I asked the mysterious figure about themselves. I am the ship's simulated anthropomorphic registry and informational nexus, but you can call me Saren. Okay. I asked Saren what they are doing here. I'm not entirely sure, Sable. Most of my data modules appear to be corrupted. I'm attempting access ship records. Saren goes still for a moment. Transferring ship's log to your inbox. You have unread messages, Sable. Here are your unread messages. Panel blinks to life. Strange markings and symbols I assume to be ancient texts spill across the screen as the background colors flash wildly. And then, with a strange buzzing like old fabrics pulling apart, there are voices. Okay, so we encountered one of these previously. It was like a ship that we went to go explore, and it was like basically the black box recording of it crashing. So sounds like this one's talking about a radiation signature doesn't quite match. Maintain approach at current speed. What's our time to destination? 46 Earth hours, give or take. Good, let's keep an eye on those energy signatures and get Saren in on it too for pattern recognition. Captain, we need to purge our reactor soon. If we don't, I know I'm aware of the risks, Ellets, but I'm not purging in the middle of space. We follow the protocol and the recording fails and the static continues. A few bump pushes bring silence and a screen that looks navigable. Is that a word? I thought it'd be navigatable. I don't know. In some way, but I can't decipher anything. I'm gonna have to look that one up. I'm no wordsmith, but... Alright, goodbye. There we go. So we got a quest log. So we gotta look for more of Saren's terminals. Okay, so we're just finding all kinds of new things to uncover. But guys, yeah, there you go. That's 40 minutes of Sable right there, and it is quite a great game. I really, really like it. It is a huge game that still has its indie flair. You know, I feel like this will be an indie darling by the end of the year here. If it's not, I will be shocked because it's got a really cool look to it. and it's really fun to play. And of course, it's got amazing sound design. It has a lot going for it that I really like. So a lot of positivity from me on this one, guys. But there you go, guys. That's Sable. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.